Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our live Forever in Motion class. Just going to adjust this a little bit. My name is Kereen. Oh my gosh, this is bad. My name is Kereen Lazurko, and I am a recreation therapist with the Community Older Adult team, and I will be leading your class today. Yeah, despite trying to set this up better, it's still not looking that great. So I am going to be leading your class today. It is going to be slightly different, actually quite different than our usual Forever in Motion class. Amanda and I last week did quite a bit of work with our Stay on Your Feet program, doing different things with a brain health presentation. So I'm going to kind of steal some of those ideas for today's Forever in Motion class. And what you are going to need today, same things as always: your sturdy chair, your tubing or a TheraBand, a good pair of running shoes, and your water bottle. As always, remember to work at your own pace. We're not going to be going too wild, too intense today, but like I said, as always, work at your own pace. Do what works for you. If at any point you are feeling pain, discomfort, or like you're overexerting yourself, make sure that you stop, slow down, or adapt to whatever you're doing. I'm a little OCD, so this is like really bugging me that it's showing up crooked in my phone. Okay, that's a little straighter, at least for my view. Okay, water bottle, grab a drink of water anytime you need. You don't need to wait for me to tell you it's time for a drink. And we are going to start off just with some posture today. So like I said, totally different than what I usually do. Chair, I'm going to backtrack a little bit before I start with the posture. Chair is there for whatever level of support you need. Both hands or just fingertips or one hand, whatever works for you. Make sure that you are using that support if you need, but don't rely on it more than you need to, because you do need to challenge your balance in order to improve your balance. All right, so starting off with the posture, I want you to take those arms back and squeeze the shoulder blades together. I guess I should have backed up even a little bit further. I'm gonna get you to stand up nice and tall or sit up nice and tall. Core should be engaged, so you're bracing your stomach nice and tight as though someone's going to give you a playful punch in the stomach, and those shoulders should be back and down. So that is your basic posture that you want throughout your class and throughout the day. All right, so starting off again with that T-squeeze, you're taking the arms back as far as you can. Okay, so I've got my phone reversed here again so that you can actually read what I'm going to be putting up on the screen here in a little bit. So squeeze those shoulder blades together. So your hands should be back far enough so that if you, oh, this is funny. It's the reverse of whatever I'm doing. Okay, I'm a little distracted again. Okay, your hands should be back far enough so that when you wiggle your fingers, you shouldn't be able to see it in your peripheral vision. Okay, and squeeze those shoulder blades together and just relax it. And let's do that again. Take those arms back. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. Make sure you're not holding your breath. Give those shoulders a bit of a shake. And we will do that one more time. So you've got a good base of support here too, right? Take those arms back. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. All right, shake that out a little bit. So I guess I should also say today is February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. And I have some words that I want you to remember for today's class. I've kind of gotten into giving you words to remember. I give you a list of words at the beginning of the class, and then at the end of the class, I ask you what those words were. So, in light of today being Valentine's Day, The first word I want you to remember is love. So we're talking, it doesn't have to be lovey-dovey, like your typical, what you would think of Valentine's Day. I want you to think of love of self to start with. Okay, so that's your second word, self. You have to have love for yourself and take care of yourself before you can actually take proper care of somebody else. So make sure that you're giving yourself that love. Third word is family. So love of your family, whether that's a partner, children, grandchildren, cousin, whatever. Family is the other word, your third word. Fourth word, friends. Okay, so love for self, family, and friends. So those are your 4 words for today. Love, self, family, and friends. I will be asking you those at the end. Okay, continuing on. Let's go for a chin tuck. So put your hand in the shape of an L. Take that and put it against your thumb is against your chest. Your index finger is against your chin, and pull it back so you got that lovely double chin that everyone loves. Okay, and pull that back. Feel that tightness, that pull in the back of your head, kind of where your base of your head meets your neck. Hold that for a little bit and then release. Let's pull that back again. I'm going to turn forward, so I'm not sure which view is worse when we're doing the double chin thing. And release. And let's pull that back again. Kind of keeping there. I want you to add in the arms with that chin tuck. Those arms are going back into that squeeze between the shoulder blades, fingertips. See if you can get those hands back far enough so you can't see your fingers moving in your peripheral vision. Okay, shake that out. Now, another one, kind of similar to what we were just doing with the T-squeeze, but instead of the palms facing forward, which, sorry, I forgot to specify that, this time I want your palms facing up and take the arms back. It's really funny watching this. Okay, so taking the arms back, your palms are facing up. Wiggle those fingers. Can you see them in your peripheral vision? Okay, now I want you to raise the arms up. And lower them. So you're still keeping them back, pressed back, shoulder blades together, and raise them. And lower them. Don't worry if you can't raise them too high. We'll raise them one more time. Okay, I am totally distracted by this because what my arms are doing on the screen is totally different than what I'm doing here. So it's kind of funny and distracting. But, okay, moving on. Give the shoulders a little shake. Let's move on to our rotator cuff exercise. So your hands are like you're holding a tray of cookies. You want your forearm to be parallel to the floor or horizontal. And elbows stay tucked in close to your sides. So you have a tray of cookies on each hand and you don't want to dump those cookies. So take those arms straight out to the side. Don't bend the arms up. And back in. Take it back out again. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Try and keep those elbows close to your sides. Bring it back in. And one more time, take those arms out. Don't dump the cookies. You don't want to dump them on your lap or on the floor. Keep the arms horizontal. And bring them back in. Good. All right, so getting into some of the brain health stuff that I was mentioning earlier. What we've done, one of the things that we've done, like as a little kid, we've done this forever. Patting your head and rubbing your stomach, okay? So pat your head and rub your stomach. Might seem fairly simple, but Just wait, bear with me. I'm trying to bump up the challenge as we go. Okay, so hold that position. Now, instead of patting your head and rubbing your stomach, I want you to rub your head and pat your stomach. Okay, now switch arms. Other arm is up. Okay, so you're going to pat your head and rub your stomach. I should have totally practiced these more before I'm doing them live. Okay, hold the arms there. Now we're going to switch again. Rub your head, pat your stomach. Find it easier, or I should say I find it easier, if I start with one hand and then kind of add in the second one. Okay, shake that out. What do you think? Let's see. Looks like we've got a few people on here. That's awesome. Good morning. Or whatever it is when you do eventually watch this. Welcome. Next one that I'd like to do, okay, so that's kind of a little bit of a warm-up for our brain. So next one that I'd like to do is figure 8 with our arms. Okay, so nice big figure 8, and of course you can do this standing or seated. It's doing range of motion, but it is also crossing that midline. Anything that we do that crosses the 3 different midlines, any of the midlines, so side to side midline, there's the front to back midline, and then there's the upper to lower midline. So anything that we do that crosses those midlines, especially if you're crossing multiple midlines, more than one at the same time, then it's even better for brain health. Okay, so take note of which direction you're going with that arm, and I want you to reverse. So because we're going to the left and right side of our brain, we're kind of, left and right side with our arm, we're kind of connecting and using both sides of our brain here. Okay, let's get that other arm moving. Figure 8. So connecting the left and right hemispheres of our brain. Does that sound right? Okay, nice big range of motion, whatever works for you. Remember, this is your workout, and we never want you to be in pain, whatever you are doing. So if it doesn't work for you to make those nice big shoulder movements, feel free to do smaller movement. Let's reverse direction. We haven't already because I've been rambling. All right, shake that out. Okay, so that was range of motion with your arms. Now let's do a little bit of range of motion with our feet. Take us back to our swimming days. So not totally at the front of your chair, but you might want to sit back a little bit. Doing, I'm too short. I'm going to have to hang on to the back here. I'm sliding on it. So egg beater. So you're rotating that one leg, but take us back to our swimming days. Egg beater. This would be much easier if my chair was taller. Okay, so you've got your feet going one direction, but they're not going at the same time. It is like an egg beater. Go at whatever speed works for you. Remember, when you're sitting here, you're still sitting up nice and tall. Core is engaged. Okay, let's try other direction. I am totally going to try to challenge your brain today. So I've got a whole list of fun things to try with you. Okay, how's that? Shake that out. And I'm just going to move my chair to the side again. Grab a drink of water. I'm rambling away here, so my throat's getting kind of dry. All right, so doing a little bit more of the warm up and cardio kind of type of moves, what you're normally used to. We're going to get into some of those now. So again, feel free to do it either standing or seated. What we're going to do, obviously just out of habit, I've started with the march here. What I'm going to get you to do is tap to the side. All right, so just a simple tap to the side. Take the arms to the same side as the leg. All right, how's that? Not too bad? I will get you to switch and have opposite. So legs are to one side, arms are to the other side, and switch. You're still standing up nice and tall, core engaged. You can do this at whatever pace works for you. If you kind of get confused, stop and start from scratch. Last 3, 2, and last 1. Just back to a regular march. Okay, now for heel digs. So I want you to do a heel dig, and we're going to do bicep curls, both arms with it. So heel is down, toe is pointing up. And to show I'm not a total bah humbug with Valentine's Day, I did wear a red shirt. Figured I should get extra points for that. Not total bah humbug. Okay, switching it up a little bit here, we're going to take it to single arm. It'll be same arm, same leg. So starting here, same arm, same leg. How are we doing so far? Not too bad. And you know I am going to be switching that up on you right away. Just when you get nice and comfortable doing something, that's time to switch it up. Okay, so opposite arm, opposite leg. Again, feel free to speed this up if you like to do it faster. And we will just take that back to a regular march in 3, 2, last 1. And regular march. All right, so a little bit of a brain challenge there. We'll see if I can challenge you a little bit more, throw a few more things at you. All right, so let's just start with, how about cross country? So cross country arms and legs. Just tapping behind, and the arm of the leg that is going back, that arm goes back. So this shouldn't be too bad. We've got arms and legs kind of going in the same direction there, front and back, right? All right, so let's keep the legs tapping back, and let's switch up the arms to be going in a different direction, different plane, and we are going to go side to side. So cross-country legs, jumping jacks arms. How is that? Are you finding that a little bit tougher or not too bad? Okay, now keep the arms going, jumping jacks. Let's take the legs, tapping out to the side with it. So low impact, jumping jacks. So that's not too bad. Arms and legs are again going out in the same direction, right? Out to the side for both. Now, switching it up again, because you had to know that I was going to do that. Keep the legs tapping out side to side. So keeping the jacks legs, switch the arms to front and back. So jacks legs, cross country arms. And if you are not used to this, this is about the time when people's eyes start rolling to the back of their head as they are focusing, concentrating, trying to combine the two. But it does get easier. So if you are finding this or any of the challenges too challenging, I encourage you to keep trying, because it does get easier, and it's great for brain health to be challenging your brain like this, especially when you're physically active. When you are physically active, oh, I have to throw this part in now. When you are physically active and challenging your brain, it's kind of like a double whammy for brain stimulation. So we all know, I'm going to let you take this just to a regular march. All right, so regular march. We've all heard that, and we all know that brain stimulation is really important for brain health. So things like Sudoku and crossword puzzles, yes, definitely great for brain health. But if you do things to challenge your brain while you are physically active and getting all that fresh oxygenated blood up to your brain, then that's when it's kind of like that double whammy for brain stimulation. So really good to do things that make you think while you're active. So now I'm going to grab a drink. I encourage you to do the same. And then I'm going to throw some more things at you. All right. Let's start with a 1, 2, 3 tap. 1, 2, 3 tap. 1, 2, 3 tap. 1, 2, 3 tap. Keep going with that. Not too difficult. We've done this before. If you've been doing our Forever in Motion classes, you've probably done this several times. You're still standing up nice and tall or sitting up nice and tall. Core is still engaged. Shoulders still back and down. We are going to take this to just a regular single tap in the front. So 3, 2, last one, and let's just back to regular march and take it to a single tap. So tap to the front. Okay, so that's pretty easy. That's probably what you're thinking, like, what the heck is challenging about that one, right? But wait, there's more. I will be combining some of these. Okay, so tapping to the front, nailed it. Okay, let's tap to the back. Okay, fairly easy, right? How about we combine those three? The 1, 2, 3 tap, and then the tap to the front and tap to the back. So it is going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, tap. 1, 2, 3, tap. Tap, back, tap, front, tap, back, tap, front. 1, 2, 3, tap. 1, 2, 3, tap. Tap, back, tap, front, tap, back, tap, front. 1, 2, 3, tap. 1, 2, 3, tap. Tap, back, tap, front, tap, back, tap, front. Keep going with that. You don't need me to count them out the whole time. Oh yeah. So I screw up when I'm doing it. If I'm not counting. I'm switching legs here for you. How are we doing? Let's do one more this side. And then back to just our regular march. All right, there we go with that one. So that's another one that you can just kind of play around with in your Forever in Motion groups if you wanted to use that as one of your brain challenge moves. Okay, next one, and again, just habit for me to keep those legs moving. What we are going to do, so this is where I grab some of my props. So one of the things, and I think I've done this with you on a different class, a Facebook Live class a while back. Okay, so lunges. I am going to be rattling off a number of different items. Fruits or vegetables. So when it is a fruit, I want you to lunge to the left and then back in. When it's a vegetable, I want you to lunge to the right and then back in. All right, so fruit, left, vegetable to the right. I'm not going to do it. I want you to just do them as we say. So lunging to whatever level works for you. Like you can take it down lower if you want, or just a slide. You can even just do a tap to the side, whatever works for you. Okay, so I'm going to be rattling these off and I want you have to think of what it is. Is it a fruit or a vegetable? Okay, so orange, banana, lettuce, apple, celery, potato, cherry, tomato. Okay, remembering tomato is a fruit. Asparagus, pear, carrot, peach, cabbage, peas. Okay, I think I maybe got some of you on that one. So to me, peas are a vegetable, but I Googled it. We know that Google is always right about everything, right? So according to Google, peas is actually a fruit because it comes from a blossom. Botanically, it's classified as a fruit. Comes from a blossom and develops like kind of from seeds and into a pod kind of thing. I don't know. That's their explanation. That's what they say. Anyway. Pineapple, watermelon, onion, chicken. Did I get you on that one? Did you try moving for that one? Beans, Okay, so what did you do for beans? Beans, same thing as the peas, or whatever. Even though we may not agree with it, beans botanically is classified as a fruit. Okay, a couple more for you. Broccoli, kale, and radishes. All right, how'd you do with that? Okay, so if you don't like my explanation for the peas and the beans and what they are considered, whether they're a fruit or a vegetable, look it up. Mind you, you can find anything to support whatever opinion you have. So have fun with it. All right, so that was our lunges. Next thing up is going to be some upper body work. So grab your tubing or TheraBand, whatever you have, wrap it around behind you, and get some resistance on that band. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to call out left, right, or both. And so this works our triceps. So it is a strengthening exercise, but I am going to call these out to you, and you are going to have to process it really quick and then respond to it. So we're testing your and working on your reaction time here, as well as your strength. All right, so I'm not going to do it because I don't want it to confuse anybody if it's looking different than what you're doing there. All right, so left, right, left, right, right, both, both, right, left, left, right, right, both, left, both, 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 right, left, right, left, both, left, right, both, both, right, left, both, both, left, left, right, right, and both. Okay, that's it for that one. You can set your band down again. Okay, let's see, what else did we dream up for you here? Oh, this one. You're gonna love this one. Totally, trust me, you're going to love this one. Okay, so another one that we dreamt up. We had fun doing these things. Okay, so what we're going to do is, this is our seated crunch and how we combine this with brain health. So being physically active, but making you think at the same time. So you're sitting more towards the front of your chair like you would do for just a regular seated ab crunch. Hands can either be on your thighs or across your chest, whatever you prefer. And you are going to engage your core and then lean back as far as you can without touching the back of your chair, and then sit back up. You're just coming back to that upright position. You're not leaning forward. Okay? So keep going with those crunches. Make sure that you're tucking your chin. You're not taking it back with you because that's really hard on the back of the neck. Okay, keep going with your crunches. What we are going to do is word association, whatever word pops into your head while you're doing your crunches. So chair, phone, banana, book, sky. I want you to say these words out loud. Doesn't matter if there's someone there or not. Tree, car, water, email, jacket, stand, squeeze, smell, shoes, food, song. Remember, you're just throwing out whatever thing pops into your head first, whatever word. A few more. Chocolate. Brush. Fast. And red. All right, that was our last one. I hope you had fun with that one too. Let's see, what do I have next on my wonderful list of bag of tricks? Oh, this is a good one too. See, you're gonna have so much fun with these, trust me. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a drink of water. I'm gonna grab some more of my props. And this is why I needed my phone to be reversed today, or not reversed, to have it so that you could actually read what I'm holding up. So what we are going to do, another spin on the regular sit to stand. So your regular sit to stand, you are sitting. I should probably move my chair back a little bit so I'm not too close into your face when I'm gonna stand up. All right, so sit to stand, you want to bring those feet back so that your toes are kind of below your knees, and shift your weight forward and stand up, and then slowly sitting back down again. So making sure that chair is there. All right, so different colors are going to have different words on them. So the green is stand. So when I hold up the green card, you stand up. When I hold up the orange card, you are going to sit down. Make sure you're doing so carefully. Make sure you know the chair is there and where it is. Okay, you're sitting, and then when you see this one, it's a matter of coming up halfway and just kind of holding it there. All right, stand, we'll come up all the way. Okay, so I'm going to drop out of this because I want you to just do whatever it's saying and not following me. And you're probably thinking, well, I can read, I can do that, but it's going to get tougher. I want you to remember what color gives what command. So green is stand, orange is sit, purple is half. Okay, so this is where the fun part starts. What are we doing for orange? Sitting, right? I'm confusing myself. What are we doing for this one? Okay. Half. You should be standing. Should be sitting. Halfway. Standing? Awesome. Okay, so that I think is a really fun exercise. Okay, next up is a balance exercise. So what I'm going to get you to do is, let's do a hip flexion. So what I'm going to get you to do before you do this, I'll explain it. So we are going to balance on one leg, and while we're doing that balancing, I'm going to get you to count backwards by 3, starting at 36. Okay, so that chair is there for whatever level of support you need. Lift up the one leg. So 36, 33, 30, 27, 24, 21, 18, 15, 12, 9, 6, 3, 0. Okay, shake that out. How'd you do with that? Okay. Now, when we switch legs, I'm going to start at 39. So same thing, counting backwards, but this time we're starting at 39. All right, so lifting up the opposite leg, whatever you did just a while ago. Okay, so 39, 36, 33, 30, 27, 24, 21, 18, 15, 12, 9, 6, 3, and 0. Okay, so again, we are challenging our balance more because we are distracting ourselves. So we're having to work harder to maintain our balance while our brain is busy trying to do math. Okay, that one is done. So now what I'll get you to do is just some easier ones now. Maybe. All right. Hand and feet circles. So starting out with circles with your hands. And let's reverse direction. This one I haven't perfected yet. I do need to practice this one, but I thought I would throw it in here because it's some really nice range of motion for your wrists and for your ankles. So let's get those ankles going. Rotate to the outside. So you're rotating outwards. You might be able to hear my ankle cracking. Okay, let's rotate inwards with the ankles. And, oh gosh, you might be saying, okay, that's easy, right? But it does get harder. Okay, so keeping those ankles rotating in, we'll try and do the hands out. Okay, you know what? If I move closer, you can't see my feet, you can't tell if I'm doing it or not. Okay, so hands in, feet out. Okay, I really have to focus on this one. So I'm going to start with my hands rotating in. You can do it whichever way you want, but make sure that your hands and feet are going different directions. Oh boy, this is kind of like that other one where I said that when you start that move, you'll see people's eyes rolling to the back of their head as they're focusing. That's this one for me. Okay, I am going to totally need more practice. I'm going to try arms, hands going out, feet going in. Okay, I totally need more practice on that one, but it is a fun one to try. And then, like I said, once it ends up becoming easy for you, then you know that you've made new neuronal connections in your brain, and that's a really good thing. All right, so How about opposite arm circles? Okay, so this one I can kind of do on a good day. So one arm is rotating back and the other one is rotating forward. So it takes some practice for me too. I know I can do this one. Oh, now I'm going the same way. There we go. So I've got my, and I'm not sure how, if it's looking reverse on there, but my left hand, my left arm is going forward and my right one is going backwards. Again, that takes practice. And then once you get that, then try and switch which one is going forward and which is going back. That I need to work on too. Okay, but that's another fun one for you to try. Here is another one for you. Okay, we're kind of winding down here a little bit. So, pinky on your one hand and thumb on the other. I'm not even going to specify left or right. Do whatever works for you, because at this point I'm just kind of mixed up with what it's going to actually show for you on the screen. So pinky on one hand, thumb on the other. We are going to switch at the same time, and it's pinky on the other one and thumb on the other. Okay, and switch at the same time, and switch, and switch, 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 switch. We're going to start speeding up here. Switch, 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 whoops, switch, 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 switch. Okay, so you get the idea. Again, there's no way I could do that fast the first, I don't know, definitely not the first time I tried it. Then the more I did it, the easier it got. So like I said, really great for brain health. Okay, I am going to throw a little plug in here as far as why it's so good to challenge your brain and make all those neuronal pathways in your brain to make more of them. So, not normally what I would be saying on our Facebook Live class, but it's nice to have this little bit of education in here too. Okay, so when we think of all these different pathways in our brain that are created by challenging our brain, so think of your brain, all those pathways, as a 5-lane highway. So if you start out with 5 lanes and something happens and 2 of those lanes are taken away, you are still left with 3 lanes. So traffic might be slowed down, most likely will be slowed down, but it'll still get through without too much trouble. Okay, so if you only start out with 3 lanes and something happens and 2 of those lanes get taken away, you are left with just 1 lane. Traffic may or may not get through. If it does, it will be very slow. So same thing with your brain. The more neuronal pathways you have in your brain to start with, then say something like a car accident and a brain injury, or a stroke and brain damage from that, or say Alzheimer's or dementia, and then you've got brain issues from that. The more neuronal pathways you have to start with, the less of an impact it will have on your life if you by chance have one of those things happen to your brain, or something else that kind of inhibits or damages your brain in some way. So really good argument for doing those brain health activities, stimulating your brain as much as you can. A couple other things I will throw in there: doing things with your non-dominant hand. Things that you normally do with your dominant hand, try them with your non-dominant. So eat with your non-dominant, write with your non-dominant, brush your teeth with your non-dominant, or your hair. Anything like that that you normally do with your dominant hand, do it with your non-dominant. All right, so I am going to throw out a couple more things for you. Also, trying new things. When is the last time that you've done something for the first time? So think of something you've always wanted to do, have never done it. Why not do it now if you still can? If it's a possibility, try to make it happen. Okay, finishing off with just a little bit of a meditation type of thing here. So you can get comfortable in your chair, lean back if you like. And what I want you to do, because it's really, really good for your brain health too, when you are physically active, to incorporate as many of your senses as possible. So if you're out for a walk, take note of what you are hearing, what you're seeing, what you are touching, the texture. Is the surface hard? Is it soft? Are you walking barefoot on grass? Are you wearing shoes that are too tight? Are you feeling, can you feel the roughness on the bark of a tree? So that's incorporating your sense of touch. So hearing, sight, touch, smell. What are you smelling out there? Are you smelling fresh cut grass? Are you smelling, unfortunately, exhaust fumes? Barbecue? What might you be smelling? Okay, and then taste. Maybe you're out for a walk and you go walking by where that barbecue is and you can stop in there. Or maybe you can taste a blade of grass, anything like that, or berries if you know that the berries are safe. So anything like that, trying to incorporate as many of your senses as possible into your physical activity. All right, so having said that, I want to try to bring our senses, so being more aware, and yes, you always do, you automatically smell, you automatically hear, but we aren't always aware of it. So just being more mindful and being aware of these things. So in your seat, nice and comfortable, hopefully, I want you to just relax and feel free to close your eyes if you like. So we're just going to kind of take note of what we are experiencing as far as those senses go right now. So what are you hearing? My house is pretty quiet right now. I can kind of hear a clock ticking. Can you hear vehicles going by? Just take note. What are you hearing? Okay. Now, if you want to either keep your eyes closed and take note of what you are seeing with your eyes closed. Are you seeing shadows? Are you seeing circles? Are you seeing something floating in front of your eye? What are you seeing with your eyes closed? If your eyes are open, or if you want to open them temporarily, what are you seeing? I am seeing my living room. I am seeing pictures of family. I am seeing my plants. What are you seeing? Look around, kind of take it in for a little bit. Okay, how about touch? Let's be really aware of what we are feeling, our sense of tactile, our sense of touch. Are you feeling the chair? Is it hard? Is it soft? Is it comfortable? What about your feet? What are your feet feeling? How are your shoes feeling on your feet? What about the temperature in the room? What is that feeling like? Is it warm? Is it cold? Is it comfortable? Is it too hot? Did you work up a bit of a sweat? Did you get a little sweaty from our workout? Probably cooled down a bit by now. Okay, so that's your sense of touch. What about your clothes? How are those feeling? Are they soft? Are they slick? Okay, here's a challenge for you. Pick out your clothes for tomorrow just by the sense of touch. Close your eyes. Let me know if you do that. Okay. How about smell? What are you smelling right now? Can you smell, did you brew some coffee? Do you smell some coffee? Oh, we did smell, right? We did that barbecue, right? Oh gosh, here's this brain thing happening. Okay, so hearing, seeing, touching, smelling. Okay, I goofed up there. You've already done that one. All right. Oh no, I just talked about it when about the walk. Oh gosh. Okay, so take note of what you're smelling. Kind of losing it here. Need more brain challenge. Okay, are you smelling your lunch cooking? Are you smelling food from a late breakfast? Are you smelling some plants? Do you have flowers nearby? It's Valentine's Day. Did you get flowers? Okay, and that last one, taste. So, are you actually tasting anything right now? Do you have something on your lips? Can you taste some lip chap? Do you have flavoring in your water? Is there lemon flavoring in your water? Can you taste the lemons? Or I also encourage you to, lunch is coming up here, just be really aware of what you are tasting when you are eating. See if you can pick out different spices, things like that. Are things tasting salty? Is there anything you're eating that's tasting sweet? So just really, really being aware of what you're tasting. So trying to incorporate your 5 senses into your day as much as possible. You're being more mindful, more aware of things. All right, so how about we finish this off? I know we're not doing any more physical activity at the moment, but how about we still finish off with some nice deep cleansing breaths. So take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. So deep breath in and exhale. Deep breath in and exhale. And one last time, deep breath in, stretch it up and exhale. All right, so I did not forget what were those 4 words that I gave you in the beginning of this class and asked you to remember. Do you remember them? I wasn't as nice this time. I didn't remind you midway. I'm really not that nice of a person. Okay, so the first word was, and if I give you the first word, I bet you'll remember the others more easily. The first word was love, and then love of self was the second word. Love of family, whatever that means for you, and love of friends. So those were our words: love, self, family, friends. So thank you very much for joining today on our Forever in Motion class. I hope you have an awesome day and take care of yourself. Do something special for yourself. What the heck? You don't have to wait for somebody else to do it. Do it for yourself and have a wonderful day. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments here, or email or phone call, whatever you like. So have a great day. Take care, everybody, and we will catch you again next time.